what a homeopath would suggest people for maintaining a good mental health.
Like हर चीज, every disease that we have comes from some mental stress, burden, trauma. And so I just feel like, they say that ignorance is a bliss. I absolutely disagree with it. I feel acceptance is a bliss. You need to accept yourself as you are. You need to accept the situation you are in as it is, and you need to then find a solution for that.
So your introduction is displaying on the screen as we are having the conversation. So
Okay.
the viewers know that we are having a conversation with a homeopath today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first curiosity whenever a guest is there on my show, so first thing I like to ask my guest is क्या वो चीज थी जिसने इंस्पायर किया तुमको ये प्रोफेशन चूज करने के लिए.
Yes, that is a very good question. And I think that definitely the career that I have chosen is truly because of inspiration, like nothing else. So I have been taking homeopathy since I don't even remember like how small I was. I think when my mother was pregnant with me, she had started with the homeopathic treatment. So all my life I have been seeing miraculous. I ca- like my mother had severe asthma. My brother had childhood asthma, and they all got treated with homeopathy. And whatever little, from the minutest to the biggest problems that we've had, I don't think we ever resorted to any other mode of treatment. We were always treated very well with homeopathy.
Oh.
Then I was like a little sidelined because of, the pressure of parents, society, you should be a dentist or a MBBS. So I was considering it, but fate properly brought me and landed me into a homeopathic college. And from day one, like I have always enjoyed, I think that I became a better student than what I was in my school or in my 11th 12th. I became a better, more studious, more interested, more active student in the homeopathic journey, because it really brought interest to me. And I just felt that every day I was learning something genuinely new, which, like, every day when I talk to my patients, even they realize कि ये तो हमने पहले कभी सुना ही नहीं, ऐसा भी होता है. So that is what I kept learning, and I'm still learning. Like, I don't think that journey is going to end of learning, but I'm very glad that I landed up here. So yeah.
जस्ट लाइक यू मेंशन कि बहुत बार ऐसे पेशेंट्स का भी रिएक्शन होता है, अच्छा ये चीज भी होती है,
Yeah.
so we didn't hear about it before.
Mm-hmm.
So just to go ahead with that line of story, so
Okay.
can you share a little bit short version of that part which you can recall, like that transformed your patient's life due to the
Yeah.
treatment? Yeah.
So that way I have a lot of stories, but the like one thing that I really, I feel that was a very big contribution that I made
Mhm.
was when, I will not disclose like who it was,
Yeah.
but a lady came to me after a lot of treatments. Okay, after a lot of treatments, she came to me that she's not being able to conceive, and she came from a very poor financial background, but I knew her personally. So one day I sat with her and I took her entire history, like how we are supposed to. And she went to a lot of homeopaths as well. But because, sometimes, because she came from a very, I, I don't know what to say, like not a very nice background. So people don't take such kind of people very seriously. But like I just saw a lot of pain in her eyes, and she really wanted to conceive. It was like more than 5 years to her marriage, and she had two abortions, I mean miscarriages. And after that, she must have taken a lot of IUI treatments, and she was poor, and yet she spent so much of money to have a baby, but she couldn't. So I started with her treatment, and after I started with the treatment, I had to move cities. So I moved to Bombay at that time. I was in Nasik, but I had to move to Bombay. And after I went to Bombay, within a month or two, she called me and she said, "Ki doctor, you are the first person I'm telling this to. I've not even called and told my husband, but my UPT test has come positive and I am very excited." I told her that please hold your horses, go and get it checked once with a gynac, just to be sure. And today she has a baby who is 2 years old. And till date, she thanks me and her entire family because it was like I think it was a very big thing for her, and I just did it like out of help. Like it was not a doctor patient relationship at that time, it was just me learning, and just somebody came to me for help and I gave the help. So yeah, that was like a and the thing is that in her history, like there are a lot of people who treated her, but there are a lot of things that we miss as like homeopaths and as people as well, that we think कि इसका ये problem है, उसका ये problem की वजह से she is not being able to conceive. But why those problems are arising, we don't see that. Like हर चीज, every disease that we have comes from some mental stress, burden, trauma, and we tend to ignore those things. And if you don't treat them from that cause, then there is no point of doing IUI. Or if the body is not going to accept to make a child, it will not, no matter what you do. So अगर हमने अंदर का environment ठीक किया, which starts from your mental health, right? So everything falls into place. Then there was no IUI required, nothing required. She just conceived very naturally.
That moment would have been so inspiring or and motivating as well.
Definitely,
Or
definitely.
yeah, I am just imagining the whole scenario that you narrated. So
Yes.
yeah, I am actually feeling so happy and right now. And yes, so as you mentioned that, so I can actually see the feelings and lot of all the emotions you might have
Right.
going through
Yes.
from the moment she came to your clinic and the time when she actually was able to conceive and she had conceived and the issue was resolved and she was so happy. So
Yes.
how did this journey went? Like, what were your emotions? What were your thoughts uh, from initial time to the moment
Mhm.
you achieved the success? And yeah.
Yeah. So actually, when she, like I told you that I knew her personally. I did not even have a clinic of my own. I was doing a job at that time, and I was not very experienced. Like it was just 1.5 years since I had started learning. And then, like I said, I had to move to Bombay again. I had shifted to Bombay for a course. So I was not prepared to take up such a case, but because she just came to me and I just felt like I should help her. So I took up her history and I gave her medicine, hoping that I might be able to help her, but I had no hopes with myself. But I just followed all the rules and principles and all the learnings that I had, and I just applied it. And when it all came out to be fruitful, and it gave me such amazing results, my faith in my science like increased so much that I didn't know that I was capable of doing something using this pathy. Like हम देखते हैं there are a lot of great homeopaths who are doing this day in and day out, but there is a lot of hard work, perseverance, intelligence. I So many adjectives are they won't suffice, but I did not see myself there yet. So it was a very big achievement for me.
It not. So in this process, I think building the trust with that patient is also very important.
Yeah.
So how you were able to build that trust and how did you build that rapport with the patient, like with that patient or in
So
general? Yes.
in general, yeah, I'll just talk about it in general. See, every day, like whenever somebody new comes to your clinic, especially who doesn't know you absolutely,
Mhm.
okay, they just come to you, and patients don't come to you with trust, like for now, because again, I am practicing since 5 years. So that's not a very long history of practice. So, when a patient comes and sits in front of you now, I feel that they are coming and judging me कि आपसे होगा कि नहीं, आप कर
Exactly.
पाओगे कि नहीं, है ना? They will not be like, no, I know doctor, you are going to help me. I don't think that very few of the patients must have been that way, but maximum of the patients will come in front of you and they'll be like, होगा ना, हो जाएगा ना, कितने टाइम में होगा? And all those things show that they are yet to trust you, and that is absolutely normal, because
Yes,
why will they trust me,
of
no,
course.
until unless they see something out of me. So, and homeopathy में कैसा होता है that we have to actually take out the entire history, the life space, the journey, the emotional conflicts, the inner child जो traumatized हुआ है, या
Mhm.
all those things you have to consider, and then only we can give the medicines, because until and unless we don't reach to those core levels of that patient, our medicines are just as good as any other medicine, because we believe that her disease, every disease, like it comes from your emotional trauma or emotional changes, be it anything. So for somebody to open up to me and share their deepest secrets and emotions, which they might have never said it to anybody, takes up a lot of work. There are a few people who are like very easily, हाँ ये हुआ था, but not everybody can open up so easily.
I can understand.
So it is just that के, what I do personally is I don't target directly के हाँ आपके साथ ये हुआ था अब बोलो. You can't do that. You have to like take them into confidence, talk to them about their profession, talk to them, like make them comfortable ke, yeah, I am more, I'm not just a doctor, you can like talk to me. And then one thing leads to another, but there are few people who will not speak at all, like you spend 2 hours after them, they will not speak to you, but that happens very rarely. And now, so because I do, this is like my bread and butter, day in and day out, I have to do that, so it just comes to you with practice. But yeah, it does take up a lot of, um, I don't know how to, like, a very
Efforts.
conscious effort. Yeah, you have to take a very conscious effort to not offend the patient, because कुछ patients नहीं मानते कि ये emotionally कैसे होता है. तो ठीक है, like you cannot sit and make them like कि नहीं ऐसा ही होता है, आपको ऐसा ही मानना है. They will not. So there are a lot of usually ways which you make the patient comfortable, make them understand, make them feel that they can share things with you, and then slowly, maybe first time में नहीं बोलते, then second follow up, third follow up में they see results, they see कि हाँ what kind of a person you are, and then maybe they will open up a little more.
Can you share कि कैसे you were able to maintain your patients in a good health, just like you gave the example of the lady. You
Mm-hmm.
were actually had to work on her mental health
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
apart from the, obviously you might be prescribing any pills and you might have been doing the treatment according to the homeopathy. So
Mm-hmm.
how is it in like how is the approach in homeopathy to keep the patient in a good mental state, what I can say.
Okay. So basically, no. So when a patient comes to you, suppose today I had a patient of diabetes and blood pressure, okay? And that patient, when he sat, he told me कि मुझे ये 10 साल से है. तो मैंने I asked him कि how did it start? So he said कि uh, I know doctor that I was under a lot of stress during that time, and I couldn't take care of my health, and my diet was not proper during that time, and because of all that I think that I have landed into blood pressure and diabetes. So here he knew that he was in a lot of stress, but he was not accepting it. That is the reason of his illness. He said that my diet went for a toss, my routine went for a toss, and that is why I landed up in blood pressure and diabetes. So the thing is that, if of course after I took his history, I made him understand that when you were facing all these issues, he had a lot of financial problems, his parents were sick, then they passed away, so he took in a lot of grief, he took in a lot of trauma from losing out on a lot of money and his parents together. So of course your mind is not going to be able to take so much of pain. So when now I'm going to treat him, so I'm not going to give him medicines for his diabetes or for his blood pressure. I
Okay.
am giving him medicines for the emotional uh, things that he went through, that his mind went through, and the signals that his mind gave his body. That there is a lot of stress, there is a lot of strain, I cannot take it. Heart rate badhao, I need more oxygen, I need more, energy to work, I need more glucose to work. इसलिए इंसुलिन कम कर दो, बॉडी में ग्लूकोज बढ़ा दो. And that is not healthy, because if we are under stress, that doesn't mean that our body has to always increase the glucose level, but that is your body's defense mechanism,
Right.
right? When you are under stress, your body is going to release a certain hormones, and that hormones are not meant to harm you. Those hormones are meant to protect you. But when you become diseased is when the release of those hormones become not moderate. Okay, that is when you become diseased, and that moderation is inflicted, and that moderation is changed because you are under so much of stress that your body couldn't, you know re uh, take the signal of secretion of insulin or
Mhm.
secretion of cortisol. Okay, so now when my body is giving me a signal that you have to release insulin because there is a lot of glucose in the body, so this is normal. But
Mhm.
now constantly, if my brain is under stress, so it is not going to, signal my pancreas to start releasing the insulin hormone. It will not. It will say कि नहीं, बहुत stress है, बहुत काम है, sugar रहने दो body में लग रहा है. But
Mhm.
मैं थोड़ी कोई मैराथन भागना है मुझे, या I have to go and
Mhm.
do physical exertion. I am mentally stressed, not
Right.
physically.
Right.
So that threshold of our mind and body gets disrupted, and that is how we lead into disease. When my patient is going to get, the treatment for diabetes and blood pressure, so first thing that will go is his mental stress, which he still has somewhere. That grief that he still had of losing his parents, that guilt that he had that I was not able to do enough for my parents, which he's still holding on, and
Mhm.
that is still keeping him diseased. So that has to be released. Automatically, his problems will come down.
So, yes, as you mentioned about diabetes, so I
Yeah.
am now a little curious about, the other illnesses as well. So,
Hmm.
moving on towards the mental illness part. So,
Yeah.
as there is a psychiatry department in allopathy, and they
Yeah.
prescribe medicines for the clinical disorders, mental disorders.
Correct. Correct.
Yes. So, is there a treatment developed for such mental illness in homeopathy?
Homeopathy, because like I said, that it works mostly on your mentals, and be it any genetic mental disorder like ADHD हो गया या schizophrenia हो गया, like that तो comes in later on in the age, but any genetic disorder that बच्चों में हो जाता है, any mental disorder, psychiatry department में भी there are there are a lot of medicines, and when things go out of control you need those medicines 100%. But when you want cure, when you want that patient to be 100% be free from that disease, I think that homeopathy has the best scope, because we target the mental emotions. So now if any child is having mental retardation या ADHD हो रहा है या कोई और जेनेटिक बीमारी है, so first thing is that genes से तो आ ही रहा है वो, but then the mother in her pregnancy, during her pregnancy, has been subjected to certain kind of traumas
Okay.
and emotional conflicts, which has led the baby to feel all that,
Mhm.
or the baby to be subject to this kind of disease. And this can only and only be cured, like how we treat is first we take the parents history, mother father both, mother especially thoda zyada, and then the child's history thoda sa, and then we give the medicine on those emotions that the mother was facing during her
The person.
pregnancy.
So,
So this is
are there any, have you encountered any, myths and
Yes, yes.
misconception or bias around homeopathy?
So today itself, when I was at the
Okay.
clinic, I told you that I had this diabetes patient.
Hmm.
So when I was giving him the medicines, he was like, "Doctor, but ये तो मीठी दवाइयाँ होती है ना? So then will that affect my diabetes because I'm totally off sugar." So yeah, like this we encounter every day. The thing is that the pills that are made, they are made out of goat's milk. So that's more of lactose than glucose or fructose.
Okay.
Okay, so that is like milk sugar. So
Hmm.
that is not affecting you a lot. And three pills, small pills in the morning, three small pills in the evening, are going to absolutely not increase or decrease your sugar at all. The medicinal content in the pills are going to help you. So this is one of the biggest thing like people from suffering from diabetes have. Then we have this misconception about, which is very popular, that homeopathy is a very slow science. So the thing is that this thing like really, really makes me angry. Okay, how can you say that like homeopathy is slow when like you take your treatment from a lot of other things, other people, other doctors, and then finally जब किधर अपना दाल नहीं गलेगा, then you will come to a homeopath, and then you will expect कि मेरे 7-8 साल की जो हमारी बीमारी है अब प्लीज वो 2 महीने में खत्म कर दो, अगर नहीं हो रही है तो होम्योपैथी स्लो है, होम्योपैथी काम नहीं करती है. So like this example which I always give my patients is that you know when you put a lot of things in your system. ओके अगर हमको कुछ आपका कबर्ड क्लीन करना है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सो यू हैव बीन पुटिंग स्टफ इन इट सिंस 8 to 9 years. ओके एंड हाउ कैन यू एक्सपेक्ट कि एक दिन में आप पूरा कबर्ड खाली कर दो और क्लीन कर दो? नहीं ना. यू विल टेक टाइम, यू विल सॉर्ट थिंग्स आउट कि ये काम का है, ये काम का नहीं है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, एंड देन योर कबर्ड इज गोइंग टू गेट सॉर्टेड आउट. So that is what homeopathy will take time, because that is your body's time. Your body will take that much amount of time to get repaired. Other misconceptions, myths that we have been facing very frequently is that, yeah, homeopathic aggravation, कि होम्योपैथी लेने के बाद ना अपनी कंप्लेंट्स बढ़ जाती है और फिर ठीक होती है, तो क्यों हम इतना क्यों सहन करें, हमारी ऑलरेडी तकलीफें और बढ़ जाएगी. तो दिस इज नॉट ट्रू दैट हमेशा आपकी कंप्लेंट्स बढ़ेगी. So this is what it is like. These are just few misconceptions that we face every day, and I
When
would
you
like.
talked about the pills, I think
Yeah.
allopathic जो psychiatric medicines जो है ना, तो there are
Hmm.
similar misconceptions around that too. Like people feel that they will get addicted to.
When you take it, like when you take it according to the prescription that the doctor has
Exactly.
given, you will not be addicted. But what do people in our country do? Prescription तो है, वही prescription use करके medicines
सालों साल.
लेकर आते हैं, and then you get addicted. Yeah.
ट्रू ट्रू एब्सोल्युटली इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट कि एक प्रिस्क्रिप्शन है तो फॉलो अप के लिए नहीं जाना है और सालों साल, बिकॉज इफ यू आर फीलिंग बेटर तो ऑब्वियसली डॉक्टर वो डोज कम करेंगे.
Definitely.
How homeopathy has influenced you and how it has shaped your personality?
So when I stepped into medical college, I was very scared. I knew that 50% marks lana padta hai to pass. Like not that I ever had a problem passing, but I was just scared that I don't know if I'm good enough to be a doctor. And when I started, when in just in my first year, I scored like around 75%, which is a very big thing in medical field. So, and I just realized why is this happening is because I just love what I'm doing. I have never felt so good, not just learning anatomy or physiology. All those subjects so really intrigued me and interested me, but there were a lot of homeopathic subjects, and I was just shocked कि wow, this is so beautiful. मतलब हम अपनी बॉडी को कितने अलग पर्सपेक्टिव से देख रहे हैं, and just every day whatever learning was there. I'm not exaggerating or not making it sound very flowery, but this really happened with me. So it shaped my personality because it gave me confidence. And when I actually received, my like reached my true potential was in 2020. Like when I passed out and I started with doing a job under a very, very prestigious homeopath from Nasik. And I, I still regard his clinic as my temple. I have learned whatever I have learned in homeopathy from him. But like, you know how it is like during COVID, like we are talking about mental awareness and mental health. So
Mhm.
I want to like share with our audience that how COVID had become so bad. It was the fear. Okay, the fear which was so contagious, more infectious than the infection itself, is when you mentally are subjecting yourself to some emotion with this intensity, you create that soil. And when that soil is created, that infection is going to spring up. So
Mhm.
yeah, during COVID, I could help so many people. I could do so much for my family. I could do so much for the society, and that gave me a lot of confidence. And then I realized that I can be something. I can do something. I can help people, and I think that is the most important thing that my profession has taught me. That I have gained confidence कि कुछ भी नहीं कर सकती ना, बस लोगों की थोड़ी हेल्प भी कर दी तो बस है यार, और क्या चाहिए.
So,
So yeah, that this is how homeopathy has like shaped me from a very shy, timid, underconfident girl who always doubted herself to a very confident doctor who knows no matter what, at least I know how to help people. If I cannot do anything big, at least I know that I can look after my family in a different way and I can help people.
so it feels
Yes.
so good to hear, and it feels so nice from within, like content from within, that when our profession not only helps us grow as a
Correct.
professional, but as a
But
person,
as a
as a human being. And also, when you were mentioning how the immune system gets suppressed during
yes, any conflict, like
symptoms.
any emotional stress. So our immunity is not based on how much you eat or drink or what kind of food you are taking. That definitely is one of the factors, but is not the only factor. कि immunity weak constantly नहीं होती है. So see, like I already mentioned कि जब बच्चा अपनी मॉम के पेट में रहता है ना, तब उसका पूरा मेंटल फिजिकल मेकअप तभी होता है. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द मदर्स to keep a very happy environment, and for the family, for the husbands especially, to keep a very happy environment when your wife is pregnant, because it is going to make your child, her happiness, her emotions are every day only. हम बोलते हैं उसको अच्छा खाना चाहिए, उसका न्यूट्रिशन अच्छा रहना चाहिए. So why don't we not focus on her mental health? That is the most important, because even if the baby is getting all the nutrition, if the mental health is not good of the mother, the baby is going to get affected and getting all the diseases. So the immunity starts from there. And as we grow up, if the child is seeing a very unhappy environment in the house, fights, misunderstandings, conflicts, again that hampers, again that causes traumas to the child, and again that hampers your immunity. It all affects there, and it all comes down to not just immunity but your
Overall,
overall.
or I think when in our time people are getting more conscious about their health, ki
Yeah.
if they are physically fit for planning their family, or for are they ready for the baby. I think that same time they should look into if the lady is fit mentally, emotionally, and psychologically as well.
That is
Thank you so much for bringing up this. Yeah.
correct.
And so while handling all these things around, I know you also mentioned that sometimes it takes toll, and then you eventually learned how to, deal with it, how to cope with it. So I
Yes.
would like to know from you that what are the self care practices, exercise which you regularly practice, so that it helps you in uh, taking care of your own health, which I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like I mentioned, that I am a very anxious person myself.
Mhm.
Like I said, that if my patients are not okay, I will become very restless and anxious, and I will make sure till they are okay, I will not, I will not be rested well. So it is the same thing that when you become anxious or you become stressed because of a certain thing, that shows that you are like that thing matters the most to you. Okay. And when this is happening, I feel that you need to feel those emotions. You need to let yourself feel it, because that is what is the requirement of your body. कि अगर अभी हमको कट हुआ है हाथ पे, तो you cannot just put a hand on it and just tell me कि नहीं अरवा, it is all right, कुछ नहीं, बस एक cut है, start acting normal, go and do your normal course. No, it has been a cut, it is paining, and I am going to look after it. So just because my mental stress is not physically being seen, that doesn't mean that I will ignore it or I will suppress it. So what I usually do is I let myself feel it, I will not sit and meditate, or I will not sit and calm myself down कि कुछ नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. No, because that is again me suppressing my emotions. And whenever I am not okay, I will sit and cry till I feel okay. I will sit and shout if I feel like, if I'm very angry. And when those things subside a little bit, then I will write it down कि मेरे साथ बहुत गलत. No matter how irrational those feelings are, in that, like if you read it later on, they seem to be very irrational. But in that moment, मुझे गुस्सा आ रहा है, मेरे साथ बहुत गलत हुआ है, मेरे साथ बहुत बुरा हुआ है. I will write it down. But then that is all the negativities which I've put it on the paper. So I don't like to keep it. Like then I don't even like to open that book again. कि मैं ये पढ़ूंगी ना, वो सब वापस आएगा. मैंने उसको I have moved past all that. So that is why I tear it off and I throw it off. Okay, I don't want that negative energy around me or in my book, because if you have healed from something, then there's no point, going back to it. And what if you read it again? It will just bring all that hurt back. So just move on from it. Just and yeah, I would also write poetries. I like to maintain a journal, so I would write poetries earlier. I still do sometimes if I'm very hurt, but it only comes out when I'm very hurt. If I'm very happy, I cannot write. I don't feel like even talking to anybody if I'm happy, because I just feel that this is my feeling. But when I'm sad, I like to write. I will, sit and complain. My friends, my parents. Like earlier, I would talk with my mother. Like the thing is that I just feel that our parents have the most greatest experience, and nobody understands you more better than your parents. So I would talk to my mother. Sometimes I still do, like, when you need to really gain perspective. Then as you grow older, then you have your friends. So I've been blessed with a lot of great friends who have been through the thick and thins of my life. And now, like, I am so blessed to have my husband. I can talk about him and talk about anything to him, and I just feel that whenever he gives me a perspective, I feel कि यार ये तो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं था. How did this come? Like, okay. So when things fall into place, then you realize कि yeah, this makes so much sense. So I have people who talk sense into me and give me perspective when I lose it. So that is most important, to talk it out. I think for people who, जिनके लिए ये चीज डिफिकल्ट है कि यार नहीं बात कर सकते, मतलब मैं कर सकती हूँ तो मैं कर लेती हूँ, सब नहीं कर सकते. सो आई फील कि फॉर देम एटलीस्ट just you know let those emotions be. Do not suppress it. Do not turn to vices. कि मेरे लाइफ में बहुत स्ट्रेस है, मैं सिगरेट पीऊंगा. This is not helping you. You are just diverting yourself. Then
Absolutely.
those emotions accumulate in your system, and then you land up into diseases, and you will never realize कि कब क्या हो जाता है. So proper processing of your emotions and self healing is very important.
Art and journaling is something which is considered as a very healthy coping mechanism. Finally, I would like you to, just club down a summary to about, what a homeopath would suggest people for maintaining a good mental health.
Okay, so just like we spoke in the previous conversation, I feel that you need to be okay with your emotions. You need to be aware of your emotions. This in this world, there is nobody who is not subjected to stress, who doesn't have worries, cares. problems सबके life में है, but how you deal with it makes you or breaks you. Okay, so I just feel like, they say that ignorance is a bliss. I absolutely disagree with it. I feel acceptance is a bliss. You need to accept yourself as you are. You need to accept the situation you are in as it is, and you need to then find a solution for it, not running from it. If you let it flow from your system, it will go out. But if you will keep resisting it, denying it, it is always going to be there.
Because I feel it is like a spring. If we keep suppressing, it will bounce
It will
back.
pop.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. You
So
put it very well. Perfect.
thank you. So yes, it was really a great conversation to have, Arva, and thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for being here.
No,
And
I really want to say, like I did say it to you earlier, but I again want to say that I am very, very, very proud of what you're doing. I'm very glad that you took this step. It is not easy thing to, start something of your own, and you are doing a splendid job. I've not gotten time to see all your episodes, but what I've seen, they are amazing, and they are just helping people, become more aware of so many aspects of this small world that we have, and your contribution is not going to go in vain. I am 100% sure of it. Thank you for giving me this platform.